What's going on, my friend? This is Jay Blaguer, Vice President of Marketing Millionaires Association, and I want to share something really cool with you today that I found to be really helpful. I actually was reading the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and in this book, he lists 6 steps by which you can turn your desire for riches into its financial equivalent. I know that sounds a little complicated, but bear with me here. So, I'm gonna go over the 6 steps with you, and with each step I'm gonna go and explain it so that way you can help understand it a little bit better. So the first step is you want to fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. Now I felt like that's really important because essentially what he's saying is that you want to be clear on exactly what it is you're going after. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people would say like they would just want to get more money. Like everybody wants more money. You know what I mean? Like I can just you can say you want more money, and I can just give you like another penny or something, right? Like, do I even have a penny? I don't have a penny as a part right now, but let's say this was a penny, right? And you say you want one, you say you want a penny. And I go and I give you a penny. There you go. You're richer now. But the point that he's trying to make is, if you want to make more money, you have to have an exact number of how much money you want to make. So let's say it could be an extra $1,000 a month, so maybe an extra $1,000 a year, an extra $100,000 a year, maybe $1 million. It doesn't matter. But the most important thing is you want to make sure you have an exact number so that way you know exactly what it is you're going for. So next, in step 2, he says to determine exactly what you tend to give in return for the money you desire. Now, I feel like that's also just as important as the first one, if not more important, because obviously, guys, you can't just get something for nothing. You can't just say, oh, I want to make more money and think the money's going to fall out the sky or it's going to like appear in your doorstep out of nowhere. Like, it doesn't work like that. You want to come from a giving nature, you know what I mean? Like if, I don't know, that sounded kind of weird. But the point I'm trying to make is, guys, is you want to, before you can receive, first you have to give. So you have to give some sort of service or some sort of product or something that's going to enrich somebody else's life so much that they want to give you money in return for it. And I think that's really powerful. You know what I mean? So that's the second step. Now the third step is you want to establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. Now, they say that goals are just dreams with a deadline, and I feel like this highlights that very well, because you don't want to just say I want to make $1,000 and I'll have it appear whenever, you know what I mean? Because at that rate it could appear who knows how long, you know what I mean? It could take a few months, it could take a few years. So you really want to be clear on the amount of time you want this money to appear in your life, you know what I mean? So if you want to make an extra $1,000 and say in the next 3 months, then be clear when you're formulating that. Don't just ask for something and just have it come whenever, because whenever could be literally whenever. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wants that. All right. So, which brings me to step 4. Create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you are ready or not, to put this plan into action. Now, this step is pretty cool. It's kind of broken into 2 parts, because the first part is that you want to create a plan. So something that my mentor always told me is that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Now, that sounds pretty simple and it might sound kind of cliche or whatever, but it just goes to show the importance of just planning things out before you actually go and do something, you know what I mean? Like, yes, it's fun to just be all gung-ho about stuff, but you want to make sure that you're giving yourself the highest possibility of success. And the only way you can really ensure the highest possibility of success is if you plan things out beforehand. And when it comes to planning, you don't want to get into the habit of trying to create like the perfect plan, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we keep working on a plan and we keep aiming and we never exactly fire ourselves. And that's not very helpful either. So after you go through the trouble of creating a plan, begin at once putting that plan in action. Even if you only can enact some parts of the plan, at least start doing something. Start moving in the direction towards your goals, because as soon as you take one step forward, then it's easy, then it's not so hard to take another step forward, and then you take another step forward, and so on and so forth. So after that, step number 5 is write a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire, name the time limit, state what you intend to give, and describe clearly the plan to which you intend to accumulate it. So in other words, step 5 is just pretty much wrapping up the first 4 steps. So now after you formulate what you're doing in the first 4 steps, step 5 is pretty much you're just writing everything down. Now, there's a lot of power in the written word, because when you write something down, personally, I feel like that's just the first step towards making things even more real. Like, that's the first, like, physical manifestation of it. Like, before you can win $1 million, you gotta at least be able to write down, I won $1 million. So pretty much in step 5, guys, just summarize everything that you have between how much money you want to acquire, what you're going to do to get it, when do you want to get it, so on and so forth. And step number 6, this is pretty cool. Check this out. Read your written statement aloud twice daily, once just before retiring at night and once after rising in the morning. And as you read, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money. Guys, this is super duper powerful. So it's essentially what he's saying. Now, repetition is extremely important. Like, it comes with anything. Like, when you wanted to learn how to ride a bike, you had to repetitively go on the bike and ride it over and over again before you can actually ride a bike, right? So the same thing when it comes to like your financial goals and stuff. After you go and you write it down and you formulate it how the best you possibly can, you want to keep reading it to yourself over and over again. And as you're reading it, as he says in the last line, you must already believe that the money is already yours, because it kind of taps into like the whole law of attraction sort of thing. Like, the thoughts ultimately help formulate your reality. So if in your thoughts you already see yourself in possession of the money that you desire, then it's only going to be a matter of time before it actually does physically manifest. Now, I know that might sound a little weird and stuff, but guys, this is from Think and Grow Rich. We're talking about a book that sold over 15 million copies, and the guy that wrote this book, Napoleon Hill, spent 25 years formulating this. So I wouldn't question this if I was you. That's just my humble opinion. I would just follow the book and do what he says. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, guy gotta know something, gotta know a thing too if he's gonna call a book Think and Grow Rich, right? So anyways, we kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent here. But guys, I just wanted to read like these 6 steps to you, and I really feel like if you apply these 6 steps, it's really gonna help take you to the next level in terms of your financial goals. So guys, that's all I have here for today. If you found a lot of value out of this video, please like, share, comment. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And guys, this is Jay Laguerre, Vice President of the Network Market Millionaires Association. And I will see you on the next video. Think and Grow Rich. Peace.